Forget the flowers. Forget the expensive dates. Forget everything social media says men want. If you asked 1,000 men one question, what do you really want from your woman? Would the answers offend modern society? Has the world become so focused on what women deserve that nobody asks men what they need? Tonight, we're turning the tables.
Are you ready for some controversy? Yeah. Are you ready for some fun? Yeah. Yeah. Are you ready for some laughs? Yeah. Let's get unfiltered with Cycle 4081.
Everyone talks about what women need from men. We hear protection, provision, communication, emotional intelligence, financial stability, and faithfulness. Blah, 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 blah. But when men begin discussing what they want, they're often accused of being insecure, controlling, sexist, or emotionally immature. So here's the uncomfortable question. Do men have the rights to standards without being villainized? We're going to talk about that today on part one of what men really want from their women. Many men say they'd rather be respected than loved. So the first part we're going to talk about, the first topic that men really want from their women is respect. So the question is, do we want respect before love? So many men say they'd rather be respected than loved. Why? Because they believe love can disappear when emotions change. Abso-freaking-lutely.
Absolutely.
Respect influences behavior every day. A man who feels disrespected may stop feeling emotionally connected long before he leaves. So the question is, number one, is respect more important than love?
Respect is the utmost priority. It trumps love all the time.
I said that exactly. Exactly. Tasha, you've heard me say on occasion when it comes to stuff like that, I said, what's love got to do with it? Right? Men want respect more than, I'm not saying that they don't want love, but definitely respect is like by far the tops. And a scale of 1 to 100, it's 100. Love is like 40.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you say about that? Arguer, woman's perspective.
I'm a woman. I can't answer these questions.
You surely can't. But let me ask you something. Have you heard that before?
I've heard that before.
I know you have because I've said it. So, Dimitri,
yes, sir.
Is when it comes to what men really want from their woman, is respect more important than love?
Yeah, that's a tricky one. I'm gonna say
No, it's not.
I'm gonna say respect because it brings you love.
Okay, respect brings you love. Okay, I don't know.
I was thinking that they go hand in hand because I feel like you can't have one without the other.
Yes, you
I
can.
think
That's why I said
if you love somebody, well, no, I think you can have love but not respect.
And you can have respect but not love.
Let me
also,
see.
not love. Yeah, you can have respect, not love.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't have to love me.
But if you don't respect me,
that is true.
But if you don't respect me, I don't need your love.
Exactly.
Tell him, Lucky Charm Paul.
That's right.
And it's
straight talk. I'm straight talk Paul today.
Is really only one thing that goes above respect on the spectrum, right? Yeah. And that's obedience.
Yes. Obey me. Obey me.
This is starting to sound like a different type of podcast.
I'm starting to like this podcast.
Respect my third time.
All right, so
we have to be worthy. You have to be worthy of respect, and I don't even know about the whole day part. Yes, but you have to be worthy of respect.
All right. So the question number 2 was answered. Can love exist without respect? I say yes. That's an easy one. You can love somebody and not respect them, and I think you can do it. I believe you can do it. You know, you may not respect the person because of what the person does or what you say. You still can have love for them. You know, whether that's good for a relationship, I doubt it, but I definitely think you can have love without respect. It won't be in my
You
household
can
though.
you can love my doggy style, but not respect me.
Well, look at that perspective, yeah. Now, now for the fellas. Now this is weird. This is where the woman's going to have her input also. Do women define respect, since we're talking about respect now, differently than men? What do
I
you
think
say?
so.
I think they do.
You think they do?
I think they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do men define respect?
Wait a minute. Don't jump the gun. Don't jump the gun.
I mean, it's hard to answer that question if
No,
we
no.
don't know how
The
men define
question
it.
the question is, do women define respect differently than men? So what do you think as a woman?
I don't know because I don't know how men define. What are you saying that, how do men define respect?
Okay, so how do you
How
define
can I
respect?
say? I said, how do men define respect?
Right. But I'm asking you, woman, how do you as a woman define respect?
Not sticking your penis inside of another woman. Not
Mm.
suggesting that you would stick your penis inside of another woman. Not thinking about sticking your penis inside of another woman.
Well, you know what? If that's the case, there's
Let's
about
see. Anything else?
99.9% of the men out here that's not respectful.
She just
Yeah.
proved,
Who are
she
just
just proved the
exactly
point.
who are not worthy of respect. There
So
you go. Thank
so
you.
no,
She
Paul,
just she just proved the point that women define respect totally different than men.
Then
totally,
men. Yep.
totally.
Yep. I'm
So
glad he asked her.
how would you define, on a serious note, um, how would you define respect? We already said obedience, right? Okay, go ahead.
Who you asking?
You.
Oh, well, you said obedience. Okay, so we're gonna put that. Well, I'm not gonna say that. But respect is appreciation, value, and yeah, I would say if appreciation and value for that particular person
Okay. Okay. That sounds reasonable.
without condition.
Without condition. Is that what you said? Without condition, Dimitri?
He actually took my answers, but now since he took my answers, I'm gonna say something else.
Because
I was
on how they
Oh,
value respect or value and appreciate you.
okay. So value and appreciation. And Dimitri said you was going to take that one. Well, that summed it up
I was
actually
gonna
pretty
say
accurate. So, but go ahead. You want to add on to that?
I was gonna take that. He said it before I could say it, but so I'll say this: less woman dominance.
Okay. So less woman dominance. So that's respectful. Okay. So Dimitri, and we going back to the last podcast. I know you had the
Yep,
issue with.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
So any woman who tries to exert dominance over you is disrespectful.
Yeah,
Okay.
that
And if they don't submit to your dominance, then they're disrespectful.
well, what I'm applying is as a man,
Don't walk
a
it back.
woman.
Don't walk it back. Talk your talk.
No, 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 no! I ain't walking it back. Oh, I stand on what I say,
All right.
full pedal. But I ain't walking it back. I ain't trying to be a slickster. What I'm saying is, when a when a woman puts in on her woman dominance to me, I look at it like, okay, well, when we switch, you should be the man. You know what I mean? Because a man do the man duties, you know what I'm saying? Whether he's over a family or whether he's in a relationship with just two, you don't try to outdo a man and try to become what he, normally does. You respect him and his man dominance. I'm not saying respect him smacking the shit out of you around. I'm saying, okay, I'll give you an example. I'm going to the movies. I'm taking this girl to the movies, right? Okay.
Wait a minute.
It's
Wait a minute.
nothing wrong with
Can I ask you real quick? So you said not the smacking around. So are you insinuating that it's not okay to smack her around at least once or twice?
Yeah, nah, don't smack a woman around. I ain't saying it was okay. Don't even try. See, I see what you're doing. No, Brian, it ain't gonna work. No, Tasha heard me clear. So, don't get misconstrued over there, Tasha. I didn't agree with that. I'm saying, like, if you go take a woman on a date, right? And there's nothing wrong with a woman paying, then you paying, then they paying, whatever. I get it.
Whoa,
But
whoa, 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 whoa.
whoa.
You just said that basically the woman needs to stay in a woman place, but now out the other side of your mouth, you're saying there's nothing wrong with the woman paying for the date. So the question that was
No, I didn't say date.
before you
I
even
didn't
said
say
all
date.
that is
I didn't say
basically
date.
what is a man's duty?
Hold
Go
on.
ahead with
Hold on.
what you're
Hold
saying.
on.
Go ahead
Okay.
with what you're saying.
Hold on. I'm gonna correct
I'm
myself.
Mister,
Give me
waiting
a
for
chance.
that.
Mister,
Give me
it's
a
okay
chance.
for the woman to pay for a date,
No.
but yet
See,
I
see,
still want my respect.
and that's
Go
what
ahead.
and that's where you misunderstood me. Going to the movies is not a date. That's not a full date. That's just going to the movies. A date, she pay for the movie, then you pay for the dinner. I pay for the dinner. So that's what I'm trying to get to. What that? But what I'm
Oh,
saying is,
50-50 now?
So you
no,
talking about
no,
platonic friends
no,
then?
no,
You
no,
talking
no,
about
no, no, no. Hold on. Let me
okay.
finish. I didn't say 50-50. I said sometimes it's okay for a woman because some women be like, or some people be like, what's wrong with a woman being independent? Or why don't you want that for them to pay for their own movie or pay for their one time pay for their own meal? So I didn't say that. I'm saying it's okay for once in the blue moon if they want to do that. But what I'm saying is, this is what I'm trying to get to.
Wait,
You go to the
hold
movie.
on, hold on. I need some clarity here. Okay, so you're saying that it's okay for a woman to pay for a date or pay for a
No,
portion of the date
not a date.
every
Just like
as
Yeah,
it's
the
okay if
movies
they want to.
the movies is not a date.
so what do
No, I'm
you
saying if they
so
listen. What I'm
what
saying.
do you consider a
I'm
date? Like
saying.
is it is
I'm saying.
hold on.
I never said.
No,
I
no,
never said
we're
date. I
saying a
said
date because we're talking about what men want out of their woman.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about somebody who's a
We
platonic
have a
friend,
lot of questions.
that doesn't count because we're talking about what men want from their woman, right?
well, I was trying to explain what I mean by the woman dominance. That's what I was
Okay,
going. Y'all just jumped off
you
the
no,
date
but
and all that stuff.
you got to frame it. You see, you said something about it not being a date, right? So if
No,
you
I
go,
said just go to the movies. I didn't say a date. I
yeah,
didn't say
okay.
a full date.
So if you're going to the movies just on a humble with a female friend, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about the friends. They could pay their own way 99% of the time, right? We're talking about what do men want from their woman, the one you designated as your woman, whether it be
Significant other.
yes.
Okay.
What do you want from your woman?
Okay, well, okay. Then what I was about to explain, then since y'all saying that, then I don't need to explain that then, because that was I was trying to explain woman dominance, but since you saying that, what do I want from a woman? Um, I want her
We were talking about respect.
just
We were talking
to
about
just
respect. How do you characterize or how do you define respect coming from a woman?
right, and I said less. I said less
Less
woman dominant.
less dominant. Okay. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Well,
And I was just trying to go into explain the point about woman dominance. That's all that
okay.
I was doing.
I think
I was saying
I
that.
think we can get the woman dominance thing because I think we've all ran into a woman who tried to exert dominance at one point or another
Absolutely.
before we had to put her back in that
I heard
box.
you liked it, Brian.
Oh
Before
no, you did
before
not.
they were before they tried to exert dominance before they were dominated and
Exactly.
put back into the place that the woman
Well,
is supposed to
well,
be in.
The
well,
box.
Paul. If you talk, well, Paul, if you talk about that one time, that wasn't a woman dominant. That was actually a man because he had an Adam's apple. Remember? But
I don't even know what you're talking about. But to go back, because I do want to talk. This is the Tasha. See, when you talk about the 50 and things like that. See, with women, and now I'm just straight talk Paul. I'm giving to you straight talk Paul. See, with women, women can't have it both ways. Okay, they can't. They want a traditional man, but they want the new age concepts. You can't. If you want a man to be a provider, and you but you talk about I'm an independent woman, I can do this. You can't have it both ways. You got to pick a side. You either gonna stay traditional, that means that the man is the provider, he's the alpha male, you submit. It don't
Exactly.
mean now submit don't mean that shut up, do what I say. It
Right.
means that in the natural pecking order of things, that when it comes down to a decision or what's going on, yeah,
right,
your input is valued, your input is appreciated, but you know what? I'm gonna make this call. And you know what? Because I'm respected as that the head, you're gonna live with that. See,
right,
most women nowadays, they buck against that.
Right.
Oh, you can't tell me what to do.
Right.
You ain't my daddy. You ain't say, well, you know what? Get your daddy to pay them bills. Get your
Most women aren't going to buck against it if they have respect for their man, and the
exact
respect and the
exactly.
respect does not just come automatically. Respect, as someone said the other day, is earned.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no.
So
I think no. I think respect should be a given both ways, a clean slate until you do something to diminish that respect. Because here's the thing, Tasha, if I don't know you,
I believe
I'm
that.
I'm still
I
going to
agree
give
with
you respect because I'm going to respect you as a general person. Now, if I do something that takes away from that respect, then you know what? I, I'll get that. I understand that. But what I'm going to do as a person who believes in respect, I'm gonna value you as a person. I'm gonna appreciate you as a person, as a human being, first of all. But if you do something that I believe is a takeoff of that respect, then there's a different situation.
So
So
I'm
where
gonna
does it
take that.
go?
I'm gonna
So
take that.
let me ask this question.
Okay, go ahead.
So would you think that it is respectful for, hey, how are you? Fine,
Hey,
thank you.
talking to the phone,
Would you
please.
think that it is respectful for when a man sees a woman that the very first thing that he has in mind is sex?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna address that.
Yes.
I'm gonna address that because because I'm gonna tell you why you don't think it's not respectful, because you don't even know what how the makeup of a man is. Um, you have
So
to
a man's
understand.
mind is just disrespectful
No, no,
off the
no,
rip.
no, no,
It's just
no, no,
disrespectful off the
no,
rip. So
no.
it goes right
A
back
man,
to what I said. It goes right
a
women
back
man
size
to
is a
that it has
women
visual.
to be
size us up when
earned.
they see us.
A man is a visual.
Yes. Yes. 'Cause I've heard it from women too. Right.
They
Right.
size us up as soon as they see
When
us.
you understand what a man is, disrespectful, you would say, you know what? You will say, you know what? He's a man. He is a man. Now, when a woman is emotional, because a woman has an emotional makeup, I say that's a woman, because I understand the difference, the makeup, the different genetic or DNA makeup of men and women are totally different. So I'm not going to judge you on on how a man is does things, because you're totally different from me.
So with that said, do you think? And we talked about the respect versus being automatic versus something that you have to continuously earn. So I'm going to take it what you said. You automatically get it. She says you don't automatically get it, and that's something that you have to earn on a continuous basis. Did I assess that correctly?
Depends on what it is.
What do you
We
mean
had that
depends on what it is?
conversation the other day.
But it's
We
different
had the
though.
conversation the other day about
It's
whether or
different.
not someone can get respect automatically, like for certain things. Or no, we were talking about forgiveness. My bad.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Not
because
respect.
respect is respect. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah. So that's different. We were
item
talking
thing.
about
Okay.
forgiveness.
So all right.
So yeah, I think respect has to be earned,
Okay.
and I think in general, humans should respect
A,
other
a man,
humans.
a man. See,
But it's a different type of respect for with your man. So we're not talking about basic respect that you give to people just in general when you meet them or you're talking to them. The
so your
respect
man,
as
so your
your
man has
man.
to, so your, so your man has to earn his respect continuously. He,
Yes, your
he
woman
has to
should earn.
earn that respect every day.
What can make him not earn or keep or
Gotta
have your
work.
respect?
A
What
man
can
got to
make?
work overtime, put in 40
How
hours,
much? How
put in
much work does it
overtime.
take? How much work does it take for your woman to respect you? What all does a man have to do in
You
order
tell
for
me. You you tell me. Because
maybe
you're
not
saying
be
that the man
disrespectful?
has to continuously earn his respect. You said the man
Maybe
has to continuously earn his respect. The man got to
yes,
Continuously
continuously
every
yes,
earn
day.
his
yes.
bread. He
Every
got to
day.
earn his
Exactly.
bread
So
No,
every
I'm
day.
not. You got to keep it. Not so much of just earn it. You got to keep it.
so it's
You
not
got to
it's not
keep
like a
that
daily
respect.
reset. You once you earn it, you have it
Oh,
until you lose it.
you
That's
have
fair.
it until you
Okay.
lose it.
So okay, that's not a
Okay,
You have to
continuously.
keep it. And it's
can I say something
expected
real
every
quick?
day. You do something. Day one, you're wonderful. You're great. Day two, you're wonderful. You're great. Day three, ah, you don't
See,
hold the
okay, day
door
three.
open for me when I'm
What I
walking
do?
into a
What I
place.
do? The,
Can, can
the
I can I
respect faded
can I
after
say
day
something real
three.
quick?
Go ahead, Dimitri.
So I kind of, you almost kind of said what I was trying to say, Brian. I believe going into dating, it should be an automatic respect from the woman to the man as the male. That well, you sound like you was about to say it. That's what I was trying to say before Paul started and Tasha started saying that stuff. I think that should be automatic
But what
as
about
going
from the
into, I'm
man
talking
to the
in a
woman?
relationship. Now, if you talk about regular respect, like you said, Tasha, like I see somebody going in the store, I speak. That's respect, mannerism, whatever. Or somebody comes up to you, talk to you, you're gonna have respect for regular people. But I'm saying in a relationship or dating, whatever, that should be automatic from the woman to the man. That's what to me, that's what this whole thing is about. Like, women respecting the man. Like
So
I'm
that
talking
It
about
means
the
should be
automatically
automatic from
that
both.
that means
I'm talking about
It
the
automatically
should
relationship.
be. The
automatically
key
the
word.
man
It
should be
should be.
valued and appreciated. Period. And we're not talking about the women. Y'all got another episode coming up. We talking about the men. What we want from our woman. So we already established it. Number one, we want respect. We don't want up and down, in and out respect. We want it, you know, in general. We want it right off the
Women
rip.
need to sit down.
Exactly.
Women need to sit down.
So
Women need to look.
num-
Calm down, women. Calm down. Listen, when you in a car, there's not two driver seats, okay? There's a driver and there's a passenger. When you're on a plane, there's a co-pilot for a reason. You sit over there and you do what the pilot tell you to do. If he needs you to push the buttons and turn the air conditioner on, you do that while he's driving us safely to the destination. Now, if the pilot gets sick, hey, co-pilot, you got to come over there. Then you grab the controls. But what happens is women, they want
Grab the control
to
automatic.
pilot everything. Yes.
You're right.
mm,
Like,
all
basically
right.
what you said earlier when you said or you was talking about the respect part when you said, man, damn, I done lost train of thought. You was saying something earlier about the dating. Uh, um, Never mind. Go ahead, bro. I can't.
All right,
I can't remember. Oh,
so
man, I hate that.
number one we said is going to be respect. So we can agree on that. We men, we want respect before love. We, of course, you will want love, but that respect is by far the top. So number two on what men wants, okay, peace. Many men claim that they don't want perfection, they want peace. After dealing with work, bills, pressure, and competition, they don't want to come home to another battlefield. But here's the controversy. Should women always be responsible for creating peace, or should men create it too?
I think it works both ways. I think both should facilitate peace, but don't. If I'm creating a space of peace, don't you come in and tear my peace down. Don't you come and interrupt my peace. I worked hard. I'm outside, like you said. I'm working. I'm already competing in that war
Exactly.
against society. I'm coming home, peace. Don't you interrupt my peace.
Okay,
You're
She's supposed
supposed
to
to
be.
add to
She's
my
supposed to
peace.
be. She's supposed to be your peace.
I agree.
Don't
So
Remember,
compete with me.
remember,
Don't.
country Anthony said that to Shayla. You're my peace.
who?
That's a thing. That's a thing for that's a man going out to work, going out to paying the bills, doing all. He comes home, the woman cooks, cleans, do whatever. Da 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 da. She's his peace.
Okay, so
Man,
so
Anthony, man,
obviously,
listen, Anthony be saying that just to say it.
obviously Dimitri is a more traditional type of person. That's obviously by what you say. All right, um, so the first one we said that men want is respect. And that's before love, because we don't care about no love. Just respect, and love will come. If it comes, it comes. If it don't, it don't. But number two is peace. So is peace an unrealistic expectation? Do you think?
I don't think so. I think we all strive to have peace because of all the external pressures of what's going on. We I think we all deserve peace, but some people don't know how to. They don't know how to exist inside peace because all they've known is toxic, disruptive, dysfunctional
Drama.
environments and behaviors. Yes.
Okay. So let me hear from the women on this one. Do you think that peace is an unrealistic expectation? And obviously go by your experience.
I don't think that it's unrealistic. Everybody wants peace. The key question is, are you bringing peace? Are you doing things that makes the woman respect your peace?
Okay.
So
So
Now,
chaos.
I guess it goes back to
our peace got to be respected.
Say that
Man,
again.
no. I think she's saying that you have to do something to bring the peace.
oh,
Basically,
okay,
don't be
okay,
a
okay.
butthole. Don't be a scrub,
Yeah,
or don't
yeah,
that type of
yeah,
deal. Okay, and
Yeah,
yeah. That's what I'm
the
saying.
man is the leader, so the woman's
That,
gonna
that
go
right.
off of what you're doing. So if you're
That
out here doing some crazy stuff, you ain't gonna get no peace. Not
no,
from the
no.
woman.
No, I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. Like the man has to facilitate his peace, but once I facilitate peace, once as you said, once I do the things that bring about the peace, don't you come in and tear or disrupt my peace because I work hard to build this peace. Just like you said, if a man is out here being a butthole and doing all them things, no, he don't deserve peace because he's bringing chaos.
okay,
However,
I think sometimes the men tend to say the same thing over and over again, but don't necessarily define what exactly what you mean by that. What
oh,
do you
what
mean by peace?
define what's meant by peace?
Yes.
Okay, so let me.
What do you mean by peace?
Here's a peace. Peace means not to
Because
be
a
not
woman
to.
could, for example, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So peace basically is not bringing constant drama. That's what it means.
Oh,
And
yes.
the drama can be a number of things. That's like if you come home and you've been dealing with stuff on the outside. Let's say you haven't had a really, really bad day. You didn't have to deal with a whole bunch of different things. But your home is supposed to be your castle, your your fortress. Not only say fortress of solitude, but it's where you unwind, right? So if a man comes home or to wherever that woman is, and he can't relax, he gotta constantly be walking on eggshells, or there's some drama that's being thrown his way, right? That's not being peace. That's not making peace. That's none of that. That's drama. So we got Penelope Plant Killer, and I said it right this time. We have Penelope Plant Killer here, and I want to ask you.
Hey, can you guys hear me? How you doing?
Yes.
Hey,
How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thank you. So listen, I'm jumping in the conversation kind of, late. So I, came in on peace. Okay, so from my perspective, I've been married 20 plus years, together with this man for 25 years. My thing is on peace. It is not my job as a woman to make sure that you create the energy that you want. As the lady just said, I'm sorry I didn't catch your name, what she just said is so true. We follow your energy, right? Well, peace is not silence in your home. Just because somebody is silenced, that don't necessarily mean it's peace.
Correct.
So I can be silent all day and not say anything because I know you get ready. You could have just done got home. Like, I can use myself as an example. My husband works 2 jobs. He gets off a night job, come home for maybe about an hour, and he's out the door to the next job. I purposely give him the opportunity to come in the house and get settled, right? I don't go with him with, the grandkids are here, they're getting on my daggone nerves, the daggone air conditioner is not working properly. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give him the opportunity, take your shoes off, get your coffee, whatever it is that you need to do. And then I'm going to go in with whatever I need to go in. But based on how you answer me, based on what you give me, is based on how I'm going to respond. So if you come in, I ask you something, and then I respond with the same energy that you're giving me, then you don't really have the right to say that you want peace because, see, I started out with peace. I didn't wake up choosing balance. You did. So like she said, what is really peace to you? If you're in a space where you feel like when you coming home, the atmosphere is tight, I already know that this person is going to be on my last nerve, then you may need to think about, why am I really in this relationship? Or why am I going to a place that I can't find peace? Because for me, peace is a vibe. I intentionally set my home to be peaceful. Everything from getting clutter out of the way, making sure that I have sunlight coming in the mornings. You have to be intentional about what you want your day to look like or what you want your relationship or peace to look like.
agreed, agreed. But you basically set the atmosphere for peace to exist because what you did was when your husband came home, you allowed him to take off his shoes, get his coffee, kind of wind down and things like that. So you made it conducive for peace to exist. Now, I agree. Now, if he gives you anything less than non-peaceful energy, then that's a whole different situation. What I'm saying is that you set the tone for peace. Now, I'm saying peace is having a non-confrontational, non-combative situation in your home when you already have probably engaged in things on the outside world. especially if he does not, especially if he does not initiate that type of confrontational combative behavior.
Well, I'm
Okay,
gonna.
so let me say this.
Okay.
Okay, okay. All right. Okay, let me say this real quick. Okay. So for me, respect, right, is not going to be a blind obedience. I'm not just going to be obedient to you because that's a mutual respect thing. Peace, like I said, is not silence. Just because I get home, you come home and silence, I got to set the tone, but you got to work with me on that too, right? Disagreements, they don't have to be warfare. Everything don't need to be a battle. Pick and choose. You got to be honest about how you feeling. Hey, babe, listen, I just walked in the door. Like, give me a minute. Give me a minute to breathe. Get my thoughts together. I got to use the bathroom. But then, you want to be appreciated. She want to be appreciated. Everybody got to know, But I think the most important part is that we have to stop talking to be one defensive and to be heard, and we have to listen to understand. So she needs to listen to understand, okay, when Paul comes home, I know he may be because he's a little tired, he's not an early bird, whatever. Let me give him a minute. But if she doesn't know that part of you, you need to say, hey, babe, can you give me a little space, because when I come home, these are the things that I need in order for me to do what I need to do. That's just where I'm coming from.
Okay, I see that, and one thing I wanted to add into that is that
I agree.
The matching energy is not enough, because when we're talking about what a man really wants from that woman, we don't communicate in the same ways that a woman communicates. That's his general knowledge. So when you have to have peace, that's an active thing. You might come in there, the guy might come in there and be like, all stressed out, whatever. He might not have that pleasant, disposition or whatever, but it still takes an active role. Like, you have to say, okay, you know what? Say those kind words, those nurturing words that you know how to do, to bring a person peace. Do the little extra things to, take them down. So that's the extra part. It's not just, matching energy for energy, or just having just blind obedience. Nobody wants that. Some people want that. Dimitri wants that, but it still has to be an active role. And I think some women, because we're talking about men and women right now, I said some women and men, let's say that, are just addicted to conflict. I mean, that's just generally how it is. So can I get you guys to agree on that?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't. I'm not going to say that all women are. Well, some people may be addicted to conflict, men and women, and I'm not here representing all women. I'm just sharing my little 58 years of living, 20 plus years of marriage, and some heartbreak and some healing. And what I will say, a whole lot of therapy. And what I will say to that is that we, period, men and women, have to stop looking to other people for our own happiness. That starts with you. In the morning, you decide how you want your day to be. It is not Donna's responsibility to make sure that Stefan wakes up happy. No, that's your responsibility. You choose how you want your day to be. Now, I might wake up and say, you know what, today is going to be a great day. And have every intention on, babe, when you walk in that door, you know what, honey, I just appreciate you going out here working so you can pay these lights. And when you open your mouth, you have the expectation that I'm supposed to do the extra. But what is the extra? What is the extra? You want me to rub your feet? What do I get out of that?
Yes.
What am I getting out of that?
That is the extra.
Rub my feet, man.
But that was the extra.
But you rub your feet when you get home. What is it when you come in that door that you're going to give to me when you're talking about you're looking for the peace? Now, people who have toxic behaviors, that's a little bit deeper than what men want from a woman, from a relationship. If you're a toxic person, you're going to bring that toxicity into your relationship. So that's some therapy, and that's about you questioning yourself and your decisions as to why you allow that dysfunction to be in your life. question. Why am I attracted to dysfunctional people? Why am I always feeling unease in my own home? Why am I looking for somebody else to feel something that I don't even know what needs to be filled? So, I mean, I can't speak
That's
for all women, but
that's
I'd love
part of
to
a
hear.
relationship. That's part of a relationship. So yeah, what do you get as a woman when when a man comes home and you offer him peace, or you're intent and you're purposeful in making that environment peaceful? What do you get? You get to bask in our royalness. Okay, you get to bask in our royal presence.
Well, I was about to say something.
No, let me say this. Let me say this though,
Okay.
Donna, you're exactly right though. It's it's not your response. You're right. It's not your responsibility to make to bring about my happiness.
Yes,
You're
it
right
is.
because
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it
yeah,
is. Just wait a minute. Hold on. Don't be walking back either. No,
Yeah,
it
don't
is.
be
oh no
walking
no
back.
He walking back right.
Moonwalker.
No, it is not.
He's Michael Jackson right now.
no
He
1983.
no.
he
You
sliding.
didn't let me
He
finish. You didn't let
backsliding.
me
He
finish.
backsliding on
So
carpet.
no, I'm gonna say,
No,
let me say, it is the person's responsibility to make you happy or be your peace, just like it's your responsibility to your mate to make
No,
is a thing.
no,
It is your
I don't
responsibility.
agree. I don't agree with
Not
that. It is,
I
responsibility.
agree.
Yes, it's your
I totally
Not
agree.
responsibility because
responsibility.
you're in a relationship, and that's what a relationship is
listen.
about.
Right.
It's
Listen.
Right.
not the
Put
responsibility.
if I put the happiness, if I entrust my happiness into someone else, then they will have continued control over who I am as a person. I'm happy.
no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no, no.
Yeah.
make myself happy,
Yeah, that, see,
but
that,
I don't
that,
want you to. Once I built this happiness, I don't want you tearing down my happy place.
but Paul, this is the part, right? You just said it. You are putting your happiness, want that to be somebody's responsibility. I'm giving you. It is. It's your responsibility to make sure that on the inside that you are the person and you find what it is to make you happy in life. It is not Donna's
No,
responsibility
absolutely,
to make
absolutely.
sure that I make sure that Brian is happy every day
That's right.
because I get to bask in his glory.
That's
No,
right.
Brian,
That's right.
I just I just need Donna. I just need Donna when I create my happiness. I don't need Donna to tear my happiness down, to tear my happiness house down. I need you
How can
to
somebody else
come in
tear your happiness down? You're
because
responsible for
no
that.
no
No, that's not
because
true.
no no
That's
no
not
no no
true.
No, no,
that's
no,
incorrect.
no,
That's
no.
why that's why
Don't
I go
try it,
back
Tasha.
to that's why I go back to the combative, confrontational, and behaviors that can tear happiness down.
you're talking about two different things. Being happy and being in a place where you're in a dysfunctional relationship, those are two different things. Because you should never entrust, and believe me, I go to therapy, I'm on medication, and when I'm talking to you, I'm normally talking to me. I should never put all of me into someone else and expect them to balance me out. And then, should they disappoint me,
Yes.
now I'm all over the place because I put all of that into you when I am the one that should be feeding my spirits, to be feeding my happiness. Because listen, at the end of the day, no two people are going to walk at the same time on the same path and think the same way. We're just different. We're wired different. Now, I can hear what you're saying and I can adjust my behavior to try to give you the grace because I know that, oh, this is what he needs, but it's not my job to make sure that you are happy. And if you're walking in a space where you're already like, listen, I know I'm the shit, I know I'm the man, I'm walking up in here like this and this, whatever,
I'm the man. I'm the man.
okay, you
Yeah,
are the
I'm
man. And if I lead with, can, I, my husband leads relationship, and sometimes he would say he begs the differ on that. It's hard to me sometimes to follow what in the moment that I feel like is just straight nonsense. Because now you're asking me to be something for you that you can't even be for yourself. And mentally, that is exhausting.
But is that what he wants?
Is it?
No, I'm asking
I know
you.
that's not what my husband. I know that's not what my husband wants. I mean, he would love for my mouth to shut sometimes because I know that my mouth can run. But when it's running for. Okay, I done let you say what you done said, but hear me out. Hear me out. I don't want to do things this way because of X, Y, and Z. Now I hear what you saying, and we could try it your way, but it just might not work out. Or what I need when you walk in the door? What about if I had a hard night with the kids? If I had a hard night at work, or whatever it is, being a caretaker for a parent, whatever it is that I'm going through, why is it my responsibility to make sure that I'm all right and then to turn around and make sure that you're all right?
I'm going to tell you why.
Crazy.
I'm going to tell you why. And it's easy. It's simple.
Why?
Because you're in a relationship, especially a marriage. When I say you're responsible, it's your responsibility. It's not your sole responsibility. People have responsibilities that are shared, but it is your responsibility. Or else, why would you be in a relationship or a marriage or a committed relationship? It's your responsibility for yourself to make yourself happy, obviously, but it's also your responsibility because we're talking about peace here, bringing peace, because that's what men want. Number two, they want peace, and it is your responsibility if you want to maintain that man and keep that man, and that's what he needs and that's what he wants. Yes, it is your responsibility to contribute to that peace in that household or peace between you guys. Whether you like it or not, this is how it is.
But again, peace is different to everybody. My peace ain't his peace, and his peace ain't your peace. Peace is different to everybody. So what really is the definition of peace other than I want to walk in the house, I want somebody rubbing my feet, I want somebody to making sure that you're giving me the space that I need to do whatever it is that I want because that brings me peace. You want silence. You want obedience. That is not peace. Peace is from within.
No, peace, like you said.
Right. That's
no,
right.
like you said, peace depends on, I guess, the individual. But we're not talking about like extra, we're not talking about the rubbing the feet and all that. That's not peace. That's, that's promises and all that other extra stuff. But no, peace is basically where the person can de-stress and not have to deal with the extra drama. And that's the opposite of peace is actually if you have a whole bunch of drama or discord in your house. Nobody wants to come to a place where you have constant conflict. So that is what we mean by peace. We're not talking about, you walk in and you have you get a, massage, here's your slippers and all that other type stuff. He may not want that. He may not even do that. He might just want to sit back and talk. It depends on that person. So your peace, the man's peace, because we're talking about what men want from that woman, the man's peace depends on that particular man. And then part of that, which your responsibility is to know what it is for him. Just like if we was talking about what women want, it is our responsibility as men, as a mate, to know what constitutes peace for our woman. So it is a responsibility, because if you don't have that, then you're not working to make that a fully functional relationship. But
okay, well, listen, we just gonna have to disagree on this one, babe.
Yes,
like I said,
PP. Just when he comes home, make sure you have his slippers. You got the food on the stove, warm
every day.
The newspaper
every day.
and
bath water
running, and being some nice lingerie, red lace with heels.
Well, maybe 2 out of the 3 I can do, but I do that. We ain't,
ready.
Again, I just feel like, my perspective from what I'm hearing on my end, what I am receiving.
Okay.
I feel like peace is different from, peace is something that you have to work for, and that's a you thing. That's what you have to bring yourself. When you find that you're in a peaceful place because you already know what brings you peace, then a woman can follow that and try to maintain the atmosphere that you have created, however that is, whatever peace means to you. It is not, I do not look at it as Stefan's responsibility. As a man, he does what he can to add to what he thinks I need that would keep me calm. He knows I have a garden. Let me go out here and help build these beds. That take a little bit of stress off of her. But that's taking stress off. That's not peace. Peace for me is when I'm in the garden. Excuse me, I'm chewing a piece of candy. When I'm in the garden, when I'm touching the soil, when I'm working on my mental, when I'm going through my day in my head, what needs to be done. That's peace for me.
Right.
That's work that you do internally. Now, you're talking about things that go on in the household where it's discord, it's dysfunction, it's this, that, and the other. Now, that's something that's totally different. That is, we need to communicate. We need to figure out why we're not vibing. Those are two different things. That's all I'm saying from my perspective. What I'm hearing is not that I need to find peace or how, I'm just hearing like, hey, it's your responsibility as a woman in that marriage to make sure that joker over there.
Absolutely. And let me give you an example from using yours. You said your peace, how you find your peace is going out there in the garden and doing all the stuff, putting your hands in the soil and X, Y, and Z. So his responsibility to you, being that that's your mate, is to make sure that he does not go and disturb your peace, or he doesn't, and you could disturb your peace in different ways, or prevent you from having that. That's your responsibility as a mate. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So,
and listen, he's gonna disturb the peace, but there's always gonna be a Donna.
Wait a minute, I got one for you.
Okay,
he knows that.
I need to. We're gonna go with yours, but I need to move on to the 3 and 4. But go ahead.
Okay, he knows that gardening is your peace, right? But he is out here maybe spending money like crazy, and you're having to take up slack in areas that he's not meeting, right? So gardening is the one thing that brings you peace, but you can't even have that because either he's irresponsibly spending money and you have to make sure bills are taken care of, that he should be taken care of, or maybe he's not making enough money per se for you to be able to have that break where you can go out there and garden because you're working so hard and so many hours and you can't have your peace.
Okay.
See, that's where it ties together, because that's where you have the issue of respect.
Wait a minute.
You have the issue of
let me
Don't
bring,
slow me down.
Wait. Let me bring you back to the infield.
I'm just saying. It's not just the man don't disturb the peace. How about the man create the way y'all are talking? How about the man create the peace too? Bring the seeds home.
Hey, what is this?
Whoa,
what is this episode?
Wait a minute. Come outside with the woman.
What is this episode?
Yeah, but you're asking us questions. You want to hear from us, so we're giving you our thoughts.
But you're giving the question. The episode is what men really want from their woman. So we said peace. That's number 2. The first one we said was respect. Okay. So you're and I'm not discounting what you said. I'm not discounting it. But the focus is on men. So whether your peace
men want respect and peace.
Right. Okay.
Even though they don't always bring it, but go ahead.
And sometimes you're valid. So
they want respect, they want peace, they want appreciation, they want the partnership, they want the friendship. That's what you want, Brian. That's what you want.
They want you to go 50-50 on the date, but not call it a date.
I said movie. I didn't say date. I said movie.
And they
clean them ears out. I said movie, not date.
And you forgot another big one.
And you said dinner.
No. Oh, he did. Yeah. So I said.
No, I said. If I do the movie, she do the dinner.
We said
she do the dinner.
That's a date, sir. That's a date.
Yeah, that's a date. That's
No, but I'm saying, I said if they want to do it sometimes. I didn't say do it.
Right.
I said if they want to do it sometimes. I said I'm not gonna get mad because some people will be like, well, why do you care about the woman paying for? She independent. You should like that. That's why I said that. That's why I
Okay.
said
Of
sometimes.
course,
Well,
you're
let
not
me
going to
let
get
me
mad
let
because
me
it's
get
going
on
to
to
be for
number
your
three
benefit.
because we almost
Go
we
ahead
almost
with
coming up
number
on
three.
60 minutes here. So number three, we said number one was respect. Number two was peace. Number three is loyalty. Many men say loyalty outweighs beauty, believe it or not. But what does loyalty actually mean? Is it staying through hard times, depending on your partner publicly, or keeping private business private, or simply refusing temptation? And we talked about loyalty before. So everybody has a definition of loyalty. We talked about it before. So using your and we're gonna go with Paul first. Using your definition of loyalty, do you think loyalty is becoming rare these days?
I do. I think it's fast and fleeting.
Okay.
The definition of loyalty in today's society it differs greatly from the definition of loyalty maybe 10, 20, 30 years ago.
Okay. So briefly, what is your definition of loyalty?
I think your definition of loyalty and it's a combination of all the factors that you talked about, but I feel like loyalty is standing in through adversity, the tough times, and being open to working through problems,
Okay.
working through issues. Yeah.
Anybody else disagree with that or want to elaborate on it before we go into the loyalty thing? So, I mean, we should know what loyalty is to you. What's your definition of loyalty, Dimitri? How you feel what loyalty is?
When you're constantly paying for a $20 movie ticket. No, I'm joking. My definition of loyalty is like pretty much what Paul said. When the hard times come, how they stand on a continued rate with with you.
Okay.
And
Means,
some people are trying to say that ain't loyalty. That's ride or die. That's the
well,
same
that's the
thing.
same
It's
thing. Yeah.
loyalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me
So
let me get what the women say, what they define as loyalty. Donna, let's go with you first.
First, listen. I
Oh, you're not coming through.
oh, oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have always been loyal to my husband, especially when we first got married. Um, I don't know if people really understand what that word means because see, you want us to be loyal to you, like you want us to be there. And I was that chick. When times is hard, I was there. Things need to be taken care of, I was there. I'm your biggest champion. I'm your biggest supporter.
So
And then
that's your
what
definition of
happened?
loyalty.
I just told you my definition. I'm there.
Right. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
there. I'm riding with you through all of your nonsense, and some of that nonsense don't even belong to me.
Okay. So
but
kind of what Paul
yeah,
said.
so I'm there, kind of what Paul said, but I don't necessarily know that as women, if we always get that same thing in return. Because something that Paul was getting ready to say, like how it was 30 years ago, I was thinking, is that loyalty or is that being obedient again?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, words. Give me your definition. You can give me a scenario. That's fine. But give me a definition of what loyalty is to you. And we talked about this yesterday, I think it was.
Yeah. So I said, in a marriage, is putting your husband or wife first in front of their face and behind their back, even when times are hard. It means not allowing or giving others an opportunity to test your loyalty. It means having a bond so tight that others know not to even try it. And if they do, they'll get checked. That's loyalty.
Okay. So I'm gonna make a statement, right? Based on what you four just said. Loyalty cannot exist without trust. True or false?
True.
True. Okay, one.
True.
True. Two true. Paul?
You said loyalty can't exist without trust.
Yes, can't exist without trust.
That's true.
Okay, Donna or
I'm
Penelope?
on the fence. I'm on the fence about that one.
Okay, I'm glad you are.
I was
Yeah,
too. I was. That's
you're
why I
going to
stopped. That's why it
disagree.
kind of took a
This is the
while.
part where Brian disagrees. I knew it.
I am going to disagree. I am going to disagree because I personally don't think trust has anything to do with loyalty when it comes down to it. Because I'm gonna give you the example, not so much in a relationship, but let me give you an example.
Uh-oh.
A king, right, can have loyalty from his royal subjects, not trust his decisions, not trust what he's going to do, maybe even have some fear, right? But when it comes down to it, when that king says this or decides to do this, they ride with them because that's what they're supposed to do for whatever reason.
And he's the king.
And he's the king because that's what they're supposed to do. So in a relationship, you can have loyalty, and I'm gonna say this: women have done that for years, right? They've had loyalty to a man that they really could not deep down inside trust. They know the guy was out there doing X, Y, and Z, or had the family across town or next door. They knew that, but guess what? They still put that man first, and work towards overcoming adversity. So trust is not necessary for loyalty. So that's my take on that. But I'm gonna go into it because I know time is going by. I'm not gonna even ask this one. This is for the men only. This is only for the men. Does emotional cheating count as betrayal? Now, you guys was on that last episode when we talked about cheating and we talked about emotional cheating and what it was. Do you count that as betrayal?
You said emotional cheating.
No, I said yeah.
It depends on. It depends on what got those emotions. Got you emotional? Is it, is it your job and you dealing with the outside world, or is it just she's not?
No. Emotional cheating. Okay, we know what that is, right?
Right.
Is that a betrayal? Let me give you the short answer. Of course it is. Well, you guys would have admitted whatever. Yes, it is. It is a betrayal because even though whatever you guys decide, what you consider. Here's what the gray area is. What you decide or what you think emotional cheating is. But whatever you think emotional cheating is, yes, it's betrayal. Period. The gray area is not there. The gray area is what you feel is emotional cheating, right? And I know the women are going to have something different because obviously we had that discussion before, and their definition was very wide.
Yes, it's defined by
scope.
your personal version of what is emotional cheating.
Right. So, but my follow-up question, I want the women to answer this one as well, right? And this goes under loyalty. Matter of fact, I want the women to answer this only. Is secrecy, and I see Donna's unmuted right now, so this is for Donna. Is secrecy always disloyalty?
I'm on the fence about that one too. I mean, we all have secrets. Some things we just don't want people to know. There are sides of us that sometimes you just don't want people to know. Now, if you out there and you holding a secret that is going to be detrimental to me and to us, then yes, that's a problem.
Okay. So the answer to that question by what you said, and I agree 100% with you, is secrecy always disloyalty? The answer is no, by your definition, and I'm agree with you. What does Wirtz say?
What do you mean?
Tasha.
Oh, okay.
She's not answering. All right. So the number 4 thing that we went over, it was love, peace. This is what men really want from that woman. Love, respect, peace, loyalty, and the last one, of tonight, because it's actually going to be like 6 of them. I mean, 6 more, is appreciation. And we alluded to that earlier when we said, what do we think respect is? So many men will quietly say, I didn't feel appreciated. I know a lot of men have said that. People celebrate mothers, people praise wives, people honor strong women. But when men feel invisible, many men feel invisible when they fail, right? So the question to the guys, do women express appreciation enough? Paul, we're going with you first.
I don't think women express appreciation enough. I think their definition of appreciation varies from what a man's version of appreciation means to him.
Okay, so basically, using your definition, because you said valued, right?
Yes.
And I'm gonna add on to that, not just valued, but actively valued, right? Meaning in acts and words and all of the type stuff, right? So that's what
Right.
appreciation. Okay, so you say they don't express appreciation enough. What do you say, Dimitri?
I agree. I don't think they express appreciation enough because I think they so much feel like we should be appreciating them that they don't focus on us.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. This is my follow up on that one. How do you think? What could a woman do to appreciate you enough? What could they do? Because now it's about action. What could they do?
Ask me how my day is. You know, um, basically anything I need. Um, basically anything I need them to do. Help me out, whatever. And if I get a promoted at a job, you know, just show me that celebrating the happiness with me.
How?
Don't take it as if
How?
don't take it as if, like, huh?
How?
When I get home and I'm like, yeah, I just got promoted, to this and that. I'm like, oh, really? And then walk off, and that's the rest of the day. No, don't do that.
Okay, so you're
Like,
you're
just
saying basically
kind of like
you're saying
let's celebrate, baby. Let's go out. Da, 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 da.
You're
Now
saying
that makes me feel
okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. It makes you feel
good.
valued and appreciated. So what you're saying, what I'm
Right.
hearing from you is that, all right, of the 5 love languages, you're saying words of affirmation is very important to you, and that's how you feel appreciated.
Right.
Okay, so you like the
Right.
kind words. Okay, so the woman that's on this podcast right now, I'm going to ask her this question based off of this. I'm not going to ask you, do women express appreciation enough? My question to you is how do you express appreciation for your man? And if she don't answer in 5 seconds, that means she doesn't. 5, 4.
Who? For me?
Yes.
Good job.
Well, I am a doer. That's my love language,
Okay.
right? So when I know that it might be something that Stefan needs or wants or whatever, I will make sure that I do certain things because I know that might take one less thing off of his plate. I'm always quick to try to celebrate him. And I know that there are times that he doesn't feel celebrated or appreciated as a man, a father, a husband, a grandfather, because, life be life and sometimes and people be going on about their business. But I do the things, small things, like I might, hey, I just bought some tickets to go see Salt and Pepper. Whatever, we get ready to go, do this. But I'm a doer. That's my love language. So when I do for you, whether it's helping to raise your kids or helping to take care of your sick parents, that's my love language to you because that's one less thing that you have to worry about.
Okay. So obviously your love language is acts of service. Okay. So for the fellas, why do you feel that you communicate your need for appreciation to your women? Paul, we always start with you. You on the left.
I can answer. Oh, go ahead, Demetri. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say no. I don't communicate with them of communication, appreciation, because it'll turn into an argument.
Okay, that's valid. That's valid. That's your experience. Paul, do you communicate?
Yeah, because if anyone knows me and has been around me, they know for me, words are powerful to me. So I always express words because I'm a motivator, I'm an encourager. So with that being said, what I give to you, I expect and require the same thing. So my love language is words of affirmation, and so um if you're not giving me words of affirmation, because I don't need you to tell me to ask me how my day was. I don't need that. I don't need you to per se cook for me, clean, because I can do all that. But if I'm expressing a thought or an idea or I'm thinking about something, hey, I hey, I need some kind of some positive feedback or or something. If not, then you just basically dismissed what I need.
Okay, I understand that. I understand that. So for me, I can tell you right off the rip, no, I don't communicate my need for appreciation. And honestly, I don't think I need a show of appreciation because, well, no, I'm gonna say that. No, I'm taking my love language is acts of service. So if you're doing those things, then I see it, right? I don't know if I would. I don't think I've ever expressed that outside of a regular conversation. I think people that I've dealt with know I'm an acts of service guy, and that was after the five love language thing came out. But yeah, I think that's interesting. I don't think most guys will do that. I don't know, but I don't think so. But one last question is: can appreciation strengthen intimacy? And you know what that means. When you feel appreciated, or when you show appreciation, does it build a bigger intimate bond?
When I feel
Absolute.
appreciated, when I feel appreciated, that head gonna hit the backboard more. So
What? What? Talk your talk, boy. Talk your
I,
talk.
I
He talking about putting somebody through the mattress if you appreciate it. Oh, I see. Hey, I hear you.
Wow. Wow.
I,
I'm
that,
lost for
hey,
words on that one.
that's what he
and
said. Donna, Donna,
I say
that's what
I
he
say that
said,
from
right?
I say that from the Bible words. Yeah. So
Huh?
it does. It really does. It helps. Yeah.
I
It helps the intimacy.
I
Big time.
agree. So, from your now, I'm asking Donna that same question. In your opinion, can appreciation strengthen intimacy?
Mm. I'm gonna be intimate with my partner because I love my partner. I don't necessarily mean that I want to be hitting the back of the headboard all the time, be getting ready to go through it. But when we're going to be intimate, we're going to be intimate. And that, I appreciate him every day. And because I love him, I don't necessarily know if appreciation strengthens the intimacy because some people just in it to get it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
But I
true.
love my husband. I love my husband. And I feel like intimacy is something more than just sex.
Okay. Oh,
So
yeah. Good point. Good point.
there's, we're intimate when I'm dyeing my hair and he's washing out washing the dye on my hair, or when he's taking the time to cut my hair. Hey, babe, I need my hair cut. That to me, the little things can be intimate. It doesn't necessarily have to be somebody going through the headboard.
Well, in that scenario, or the example that you gave, his appreciation for you could also strengthen that intimacy, the non-sexual intimacy, right? So he
Exactly.
appreciates you, so he wants to go, do the, washing the hair and doing all the other things that we would consider to be intimate acts of intimacy that's non-sexual, right?
let me
Yes.
let me let me chime let me chime in on this. Um, appreciation. I believe appreciation does strengthen intimacy, and you're right. It doesn't have. It can be non-sexual intimacy because to use me as an example, when I feel appreciated and valued, I'm a giver. Okay, I'm a giver. So I'm going to give regardless because that's who I am. But when I feel that you appreciate me and you value me, I
You're
give
gonna really give it to
even
her.
more. Yeah, I'm a yeah, I'm gonna really give it to you. But 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 that's who I am. I'm a giver.
Okay. Okay. I can see it helping because like what you said, when people do feel appreciated, they'll want to do those little extra things. And we're not talking about the sexual part, but the little extra things that can show, appreciation back as well. So, okay, give me a word of the day. In anybody,
Intimacy.
Headboard,
Intimacy.
headboard.
we're gonna go with intimacy. The word of the day is intimacy, and obviously, if you guys know, if you get those words in the words of the month for each episode during the month, email it to unfiltered.psycho4081@gmail.com. You have the opportunity to win a monthly prize. So get those words in, and we haven't had a winner in some time because you guys are not sending those words in, and I know you're listening. I see the stats. So stay tuned for part 2 of this rather interesting subject matter. Okay, we have about 6 more topics to discuss on what men really want from their women, and hopefully the women will come back because we want to, create some controversy and argue. So you guys stay tuned and thank you for joining in.
Don't be scared, women. Come on back.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Unfiltered with Psycho 4081. Big respect to our guests for keeping it real, and love to every listener rocking with us week after week. This conversation ain't over yet. Stay locked in for the next episode coming soon. Until next time, keep it unfiltered with Psycho 4081.